What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today is Wednesday, Friday's Halloween, and it made me think about this question as I drove around my neighborhood looking at all the Halloween decorations and ghosts and ghouls and goblins and all that stuff. What does the Bible say about ghosts? So there's two cases in the New Testament. One, Luke 24, and then in Matthew 14, we read about the disciples seeing Jesus on two occurrences. One on the water at night, and another time after his resurrection, and saying it's a ghost. Now, does that prove, though, that ghost, as we think of ghosts, like the disembodied spirit of a human, is biblical, that that's something that actually happens? And I would say no, based on this. We know to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord for the believer. And for those who have rejected God, they're separated from him in a place of agony and torment forever. A place that was made for Satan and his angels. And then we look also at the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, and how Lazarus is in Abraham's bosom, but the rich man is in absolute torment and terror. So what's happening then when people do actually see things? They see these apparitions, they see these spirits, whatever it is. I believe those things actually do happen. In the Old Testament, we are told to not associate at all with mediums, with witches, with sorcerers, with necromancers, those that contact the dead. It actually says they're familiar spirits. These things, these entities, that these mediums, that these people that are conjuring spirits, that these things are called familiar spirits. Makes perfect sense, right? The medium, the psychic, whoever, people with their crystals and their Ouija boards and all that, and they say, I'm contacting Aunt Bessie and an Uncle Jim and your mom and your dad and your brother and your sister, and these things appear, and they know things that your loved one would have known. They'll even look like your loved one. But these are called familiar spirits. Why? Because they present themselves to us in a way that's familiar to us. It's a trick. So not only are we just forbidden to associate with people that do this, or to do this, but it's very, very dangerous to invite these things into our lives, into our homes. So no, ghosts are not biblical in the sense of a disembodied spirit, human spirit of a person like me dying and walking around the earth and haunting people. But are there familiar spirits, these demonic spirits that look like people? Yes, absolutely.